Tales from the Ecumenical Holy Book, Part 1. What is this thing called light? 9 billion years ago, Brahma spoke the word Om, and he still couldn't figure out what he was trying to say. A little later, October 22nd, 4004 BC, Krishna ran across Yahweh throwing mud around a curious little planet rotating around something that looked like a star but was dark. Curious, he came down. Lo, Yahweh, why are you parting the land from the waters? I'm looking for my keys. Did you take them? He looked up threateningly, a jealous and angry god indeed. Krishna, wise and ancient, shifted to the aspect of Shiva. Do you be threatening me now? You know I'm armed and dangerous. I've talked to you now until I am blue in the face about making sure you know what's going on with your stuff. Am I your keychain's keeper? Yahweh turned briefly into a pillar of fire, then calmed down. To make himself feel better, he created things here and there to smite things which would become fossils for stupid scientists to think were ancient. Shiva then became Ganesha. You know, I think it's time we address the elephant in the room. Why don't you turn on the light over there? The big one, sitting in the middle of the sky. I tried it. I spoke the word. Nothing. I had someone for a light bringer, but he's busy in the future doing something on TV. I still can't find my keys, though. So you're gonna help me, oh great remover of obstacles? Did you try clapping twice? I did that, and all I got was Zeus coming around. You know what a rockhead he is. But I tried it. I spoke the word. Nothing. First of all, you're pushing things around too hard. There are volcanoes already, and I could swear I see spaceships flying into them. This is a mess. Have you checked Nairobi? That's where you created these things you pretend to like. Nah, I changed my mind. Tigris and Euphrates is where I'll tell them they're from. It's easier for me to get to on the bus. It makes more sense anyway. Then they'll just borrow the stories they need from the Hittites, and I won't need to be bothered coming up with new ones. Plagiarism is the key to a good religion. You can't change your mind. You're changeless and eternal. Ganesha paused for a moment. Wait a second. You're also supposed to be all-knowing. Can't you just use that to find your keys? Huh. I'm only that when I'm outside of time and space. Other than that, I can't even find somebody who just killed his brother with the blood sitting on the ground. Yes, and? Well, I need my keys to get back out of time and space. Said Ganesha. Have you checked with your son or that ghost you hang with? Maybe one of them has a lantern or something. I already am them! So saying, he switched to the sun. Problem with eternity and time machines and watch Doctor Who, it'll make more sense most of the time. This argument went on for a long time, with each changing aspect several times just because they could. Finally, Christian put out a hand, stopping them both. Seriously, there are spirits coming out of those spaceships. If you're going to do that creation thing, now's a good time. Before all those evil spirits inhabit whatever it is you create, or if that's what you're still doing. Yeah, said Yahweh. All time is the same for me. He paused. Oh, here you are. I didn't think to check Atlantis. Just for that, I'm sinking that sucker. He straightened up and said, Now I can get on with it, and man shall know the true glory of my being. He pressed the key fob, and a beep beep came from the cosmos. A hole opened up, and he began to move toward it. Krishna yelled out, Don't forget to rehearse the word. The biggest problem with omniscience is one want to know everything, but then it becomes harder to remember where the memory's stored. Yahweh got to the edge of the funnel, and He spoke the word one more time, in all his glory, and still the sun did not shine. He separated darkness from light, but since there was no light, it was a pretty easy job. Krishna yelled, "You're not really good at this, are you? Don't try to rig this." Just at the opening to beyond the space and time, waiting to go in, he spoke the word again, and yet again, and yet again, and yet again, and still nothing happened. Nothing happened. There was no light. But before he could speak the third time, on the other side of the world, the Buddha had just realized he hadn't paid the electric bill. And in doing so, he became enlightened. That's it for today, and next time is the first man and woman meet the first man and woman meet the androgynous man-woman meet the first woman goddess meet the man-woman and other woman, and I don't know. It could either be an orgy or it could be a mess. I haven't read ahead yet. Oh, and by the way, these pages are blank. I'm reading from the screen. Which reminds me to remind you, don't trust religion. And always remember to look at the world through rose-colored glasses. Thank you so much.